Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Seeing people flooding into the room. Alex, I missed you last time. I was on my own.
Ah, man, you crushed it
I was
though. They did a
lonely.
great job talking about a day in the life of someone using a CRM. I didn't watch the video, but I did go over the transcripts. It looked awesome. For those of you that are chiming in and you're like, what does it look like to jump in and use a CRM for a day? Like what is it? How is a CRM going to be used throughout my day as I'm going through my business? Definitely check out what Will did. Great job breaking it down and kind of explaining like what a CRM can do for you. So we got a lot of exciting things today. You guys are giving feedback. Will, what did we? There was like a good array of answers for what people wanted to talk about today. What are we going to focus on?
Yeah, so you guys have submitted your questions. You guys are like, hey, here's what I want to learn more about. Our goal on these sessions, as a reminder, we're doing 1 hour focused-ish sessions. I say
Mhm.
ish because sometimes people are like, yo, Will, I want to talk about this. And I want to make sure that we are giving you value that's going to help you make more use of the system. It's great having a powerful tool like Agent CRM, but if you can't figure out how to use it, that's a real bummer. So these are focused sessions. We're going to dive into specific topics. We've covered the new lead campaign and websites.
Mhm.
We've covered day in the life, kind of using the standard everyday tools.
Mhm.
What was the other one we did, Alex?
Marketing and websites.
Yeah, that one was the one I
Talking about the
mentioned.
Oh yeah, and then I think the first one was just talking about new lead because we've only done three, so I think that's it.
All right. Well, we're going to keep doing some more content, but today we're talking about leads. We're going to dive deeper into
Mhm.
leads because people keep asking us, like, how do I generate leads or how do I manage leads more effectively? How do I get people into my website? All of these questions kind of revolve around the question, like leads. It's
Yeah.
the river of life that flows into your business. If that river dries up, then you guys are in trouble. But also on the other side of the equation, if leads come in but they slip through the cracks, then that is another problem entirely. So when you watch these videos, try to find videos if you're looking for the replay. Find videos that solve key problems or missing pieces in your business. Now, hopefully, Alex, give me a thumbs up if you can see this here.
Let me see.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Looking
right.
good.
So under support options, this is a new section here. You guys can see group coaching. That's potentially how you registered. But under training videos, support options, training videos,
This is
check
big.
this out, live coaching replays. So Agent CRM training, this breaks down feature by feature in little nugget sized, like 3 to 5 minute videos. If you want to learn, how do I do a power dialing campaign? How do I configure my calendar? How do I use the
Mhm.
conversation tab? Um, and then live coaching register, I've added it in another place because we're hoping to fill these rooms. We want Agent
Yeah.
CRM to be like a movement of successful agents. And last pep talk piece before we dive into content here. Let's just click on replay so you can see. So it goes right to a YouTube playlist, and on the top right here, day in the life, marketing and websites, automate new leads. So we went into 2.0
Mhm.
new lead campaign. That's a branding bundle asset. My last pep talk item here is that our goal. How many of you know the statistic 8%? Some of you know what that means. It doesn't just mean Cody Askins. He is a great partner of ours. 8% is the statistic of agents that exceed or survive even in the
Yep.
agency. Is that right, Alex?
That's it. Yeah, 92% fail in the first year. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of that failure comes down to two things. One, expectations for when they join the industry, but two, and the biggest one that we're helping to solve is a system that they can use to find success. I think at the heart of every entrepreneur and every single insurance agent who gets in the business, my belief is that they're willing to do what it takes if they know what it takes. So part of that is expectations, like here's what it's going to take, but also the roadmap. of
Yeah.
here are the steps to follow. And that's where we see our part in this is giving you steps to follow for generating leads and then managing those leads.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And the fact that you guys are on this call today tells me that you're action takers. And I think
Mhm.
that's the last piece of success before we move on here is taking action. Maybe it's time blocking. I really ranted about time blocking in the last coaching because you're not going to succeed unless you put legs to your goals. You got to take some actions, and you guys are action takers today. So enough blabbing. Let's get on with the show. But just so we can tailor this coaching call, who is in the room today? Type in the chat. How long have you been
Happy
with
Monday,
Agent
everyone.
CRM?
If you're able to,
And how long have you been with Agent CRM? And what is the main product that you are focusing on selling? I saw on the list
yeah,
already, but some of you guys, just to see who is with you on this journey of success. Type in the chat, how long have you been with us? And what is the main product that you're selling? All right. And while you type that in, I'm just going to cover what are we going to be reviewing today? We're going
yep,
to go to click and play assets, and we are going to be using the branding bundles. This is a full
yes,
business suite of tools. Alex really helped pioneer this with a beautiful structure. You're going to see how beautiful it is in a second. But for those who are watching the replay, those who aren't even users who are like, what is included with Agent CRM? It's not just the tools, it's pre-made assets. So
hmm
Medicare, life, ACA, final expense annuities, home and auto should be out any week now. And then if you want us to release additional ones, just say, Will, I want homeowners insurance bundles. It's like a voting system. It is very democratic. I want to see your requests. So please list that there. Click import. It's going to suck all those assets into your account. And automations is where we're going to be living for a big part. I can see one of our users a month in, still learning
nice.
lots, need lots of help. IULs and annuities from Reggie. Charlie's been with us since January. Come on, Charlie, almost at 1 year. Let's go. Ray G from the beginning, health and insurance and Medicare. Ray from the beginning. That is a long time though.
Yep.
That's how long is that, Alex?
Yeah, he's been with us for over 4 years. I've been working with Ray for a while. So we got to meet last year in Dallas. That was fun.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive into
Yep.
leads today. Alex, I do want to blitz through the lead options.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk through that first? Because we're gonna go through some of the workflows, some of the upgrades. We're gonna talk about some strategies. But what I'm hoping
Mhm.
is that you guys will walk away with a nugget that you can act on this week. So if you have on your phone, if you have a notepad, just do something. I'm talking to
Yeah.
action takers today, and just to preface, don't trick yourself into thinking that just showing up is all you need to succeed. You got to do something. So
Mhm.
let's go to extras, leads, get leads. This is just to put on your radar,
Yeah.
buy your leads. That's one option. So talk us through what
Mhm.
I'm seeing here. Marketing Plus kind of mentioned that too.
Yeah, yeah. So let's talk about leads just as a whole. So, when you look at bringing leads into your business, then you can do it with three different ways. Number one, you can buy leads, right? Which is what Kaboom and Lead Heroes offers for insurance agents. When you buy leads, what you're doing is you're reaching out to Kaboom and you're saying, I want leads that are interested in, say, Medicare. I want them in these states. And then what Kaboom will do is set up an ad campaign using ads that they have, using targeted audiences that they're already working and have a great history with. They're going to run an ad campaign just for you and then get those leads into your Agent CRM account. That's one way, buying leads. And there's a lot of other lead vendors out there. We just listed the two that we're comfortable with and that we have vetted ourselves. The second
Yeah.
way is to generate them yourself using paid ads. And to that end, we have Marketing Plus, which is a great additional tool. But the third way, and the way that we're going to focus on today, the other way to generate leads is through what we call in the internet marketing space organic,
Yeah.
organic lead generation. And so that looks like, let's say, like Reggie. Let's say Reggie finds a piece of my content on social media. It's a video, something like that, where I'm just talking about entrepreneurship in general. And he follows me on Instagram. And then I'm posting on Instagram, I'm keeping Reggie's attention. And then one day I talk about a piece of software that I've created called Agent CRM, and I invite people to learn more about it. And after he watches that video, he clicks on the link that I provide and goes and signs up for Agent CRM. That is what's called organic lead generation. Now, organic lead generation is arguably one of the best ways to get high quality leads. Here's why I say arguably. I think all three ways are great ways to get high quality leads. Whether you're buying leads, whether you're using paid ads, or whether you're using organic, they're all raising their hand and saying, I'm interested in your product, right? So there's no like better way. When you listen to internet marketers, a lot of times we crown our favorite way or the way that we're the best at as the best, right? So, you're gonna hear Cody talk about buying leads is the best way because it reduces the risk and you get a set price for the lead. You'll hear Facebook marketing gurus say Facebook ads are the best way, right? And then you'll hear people who are really good at creating social media content say organic's the best way. I've been in the internet marketing space for over 20 years. I just want to say there's no best way. They're all great. Okay. So
Just do
with that,
something.
yeah, just do something. Pick one. You know what? Honestly, you should do multiple. You should do paid, you should do organic, and you should buy leads. That's Alex's opinion. So let's dive in real quick, Will, into some of the lead generation methods that we have in the branding bundles where
Yeah.
we work alongside you with organic. Because
Yeah.
I think we've done some really cool stuff there to help automate the organic conversion from people
Yeah.
engaging with your content to creating a lead.
Yeah, I want to bring in a personal story for a second. And this is actually
Yeah, yeah.
from you, Alex, because for me, some of you, maybe you've seen me on social media. Some of you who've been around, you've kind of seen me grow within this company. Currently, I'm the COO of Agent CRM, behind the scenes, pulling the strings on the operations. And before that, actually, I want to be a life coach. Now, I realized that generating leads and working the business was such a hassle. I tried as a photographer once upon a time. That was my first kind of approach at entrepreneurship. I would like to think I'm a dang good photographer, but I was not at the time a good business person. Then when I met Alex, life coaching, which is what I've got training in, also certified as a life coach trainer, I had a skill, but I didn't know how to sell it. And one of the things Alex told me was, well, most entrepreneurs, most business people fail because they fail to hold up to the megaphone to what they know. It's something like that. Is that the quote,
Mhm.
Alex?
Yep, yep, exactly. So many entrepreneurs are so good at executing the thing, but they're not good at broadcasting
Yeah.
that they're good at the thing. It's a lot of self-belief. It's a lot of concern about, putting yourself out there. But if people don't know what you're good at, they're not going to reach out to you
They
for
just
your help
don't
in that area.
know.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
don't
know.
know.
Yeah. So for me, Alex gave me this tip, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take this to heart. I started creating content. Little quotes. Steve Backlund, he's my guy. If any of you know Steve Backlund, I did videos of myself. Um, this was a podcast that was a part of my church, but it was content that just established authority and established credibility. And that's what you guys are going to be doing with some of these actions. But creating content, Alex, I didn't tell you this, but someone reached out to me last week and they said, Will, I stumbled across you and I'm looking for a coach because I want to
Nice,
grow into a C-suite role and I see that you do coaching. So actually, I'm like,
nice.
oh, sorry. I did meet with them. Great conversation. But I said, I'm sorry, I'm not in that lane right now. Don't have the capacity for that right now. But
Mhm.
having content out there, establish that sense I am a coach. I am a leader of leaders. I develop people. And it's just sending signals out to the world, out to the universe. Hey, I'm here for insurance. That's what you guys are doing. But if you
Mhm.
don't put content out there, whether it's email content, text content, Alex, we definitely should talk about the Marketing Plus social media content. But one of
Yes.
my tips before we go back into the assets, This took me so long to do. And some of you guys with social media, you're like, what do I even post? What do I come up with?
Mhm.
The tools that were available when this stuff was out, it's changed so much since then. But the other thing that we're going to really hammer in on is do not reinvent the wheel. There are things
Yeah.
out there that are available to you. I mean, even if I go to Google right now and I say insurance Canva templates, boom, check it out for 20 bucks. Some of them 30 bucks, 12 bucks, $5, a whole set. Someone has done hours of work. Some of you are fiddling around each week. You're spending hours wasting time trying to create content from scratch when Agent CRM has already done the work for you. Or Etsy, someone on Etsy has already done the work for you. So maybe some of you, maybe your step is just to spend $5, get some templates, and throw some stuff up today.
Mm.
But the
I love
goal
that.
is use your time wisely, use automations, use pre-made content, use ChatGPT. Do not reinvent the wheel because there's so much stuff that's going to give you shortcuts. And when you put out there credentials, I'm not talking about your NPN, I'm not talking about your state license, I'm talking about content that showcases that you are a legit agent who can help people. Um, I'll just blitz through the funnel and then Alex can talk about the leads. We've designed in Agent CRM, every branding bundle comes with a beautiful, polished website that you can share. Put it on your business card, put it on your Facebook bio, put it on your Instagram bio. So when people come, they're going to see. I've kind of been messing around. It doesn't look as polished as it usually does, but they're going to see, like, look, this is a legit dude. Russell is a legit guy. Man, I need to figure out Medicare. Man, I need to figure out annuities. And he looks
Mhm.
like he's got his stuff together. He's got a polished website that looks super profesh. This is what it is about, sharing your link. Maybe share your link once a week. Grab your Agent CRM
Yes.
branding bundle website and once a week, just send a reminder. You can even automate it through the social planner. That's a tool inside of Agent CRM where just on repeat, hey, I have spots in my calendar. Alex, what's a copy? Give us a copy that can drive people to action here.
Yeah. Hey, if you need any help with your Medicare and want someone to review it with you that knows the best policies and plan in the area and what doctors are covered, I have some spots on my calendar. I would love to help you and your family find the best plan.
Yep. So
Boom.
simple. So
Yeah.
simple. And I mentioned on the last call, like there are hot leads. There are people that are ready to take action that
Hmm.
maybe just need someone to cast their line. There's people in
Yep.
your world that are actually so close, so ready to take action. I'm one of them. Now, I said on the last coaching call too, please don't all of you swarm my inbox asking me, but I have a baby coming March 10th. How many of you think that I'm going to start thinking about life insurance? Like, and not just thinking, I'm not a cold or warm lead anymore. I need to figure it out. I need to book a call because I need to make sure, as the main breadwinner of my family, that if something happens to me, my wife, Jessica Jean, and my little baby, uh, name to be determined, are taken care of. I'm so ready. I'm like piping hot, but I'm also distracted. And I need someone to on Facebook, I just need to stumble across a friend who says, hey, I do insurance. Is anyone looking? I've not seen anyone that I know posting. Maybe
Yeah.
I just don't follow enough insurance agents, but I'm ready. I just need to stumble across a Facebook post from a friend that I know and have some connection to that says, here's my calendar. I would love to take care of anyone who's looking to provide for their families and whatever. Hook here,
Yeah.
calendar link here. You bet I would sign up for that link. So whether it's your Facebook
Love
link,
it.
whether it is anything else, that's just do it, share, hold up the megaphone to what you know, or just scrape a bunch of content from a $5, $10 Canva thing, plug it up. Doesn't matter. Do something.
Yeah. Go ahead and pull up Social Planner real quick, just so that we can show what that is. And I do want to share another story for those of you that are watching. So I had a buddy of mine who's a real estate agent, and he got a phone call one day from his best friend. And his friend was like, "Hey, guess what? I just bought a house." The guy was a real estate agent. He wasn't the real estate agent on the deal. He was devastated. He was like, "Whoa, like, hold on a second. Like, wait, why didn't you reach out to me?" And his friend told him, "I thought you only sold houses. I didn't know you help people buy them." A lot of times, what we do as entrepreneurs is we assume that the people in our audience and even our best friends know all the different ways that we can help serve them and their family. And when we assume that they know, we miss out on deals. So it's important to talk about the different ways that you can serve and support the people in your audience because they don't know. They don't know the differences between a real estate agent who sells and who can also help you find a home to buy. They don't know all the different ways you can help them as an insurance agent with Medicare, ACA, etc. And they don't know, sometimes they just don't know what the heck is covered with someone who can help them with Medicare. They don't know that you can help them find the best prescription drug plan. They don't know that you can help them find the plan with, grocery benefits. Like they just don't know any of this stuff. So it's important to share the details of what you do and how you can serve them. So I wasn't planning on covering this today, but we're talking about social media, and I think it's really important to introduce one of the tools that we use here at Agent CRM, which is Social Planner. Social Planner allows you to first you integrate your Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. Whatever you want to automate the or schedule out the posting for, and then um, so we have to reconnect it. So that's on us. But I use this for my personal. And you select the account and then you type in the content. Now, if you're like, wait a second, I don't know what to type in. I'm drawing a blank. Great news. You have AI here. You have content AI that can help you write the post out. And then you can upload an image. Like Will said, you can get a Canva template and you can upload the image there. So Social Planner's there. It is included with your Agent Serum subscription. We're not charging you any more for it. So check that out if you don't already, if you haven't already played with it. It is under the marketing tab on the left-hand side there, marketing social planner. So,
Yeah.
so let's say you make a post and you mention, "Hey, I am a local insurance agent. I can help you with your Medicare, finding the best plan for you and your family." What happens when they comment on that post? That's my segue into the new lead tools that
Ooh,
we
nice
have
segue.
inside of the
It's a
branding
very nice
bundle.
segue.
Yeah. So let's go back to that
Yeah.
branding bundle there, and then um, yeah, let's
Let,
let's do the let's
one
do
thing
the IUL. Is that cool?
yeah, I'm trying to leave little tips along the way. Um, one of the things that is important is what's called a hook. If any of you guys need training on how to write good hooks, I'd say Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller is a great book on what kind of language helps to draw attention in. But the main thing that you want to know is that you want something that's either pain point. Alex, what are some of the other things that we're latching onto when we throw a piece of copy or word out into the internet or even a conversation? Let's be honest, it's
hmm
conversational
hmm
too.
Yeah, some other great ways to draw people in is asking a question that you
Yeah.
know they're going to say yes to, or that the right person would say yes to, right? So, for example, to get someone in like Will, it'd be like, "Are you, um, are you and your spouse expecting a baby in 2025? If so, let's talk about life insurance." Right? What
Yeah.
you're asking a question. Are you expecting a baby in 2025? If they go, "Oh my gosh, yes, I totally am," right? Boom, you've hooked them. You have their attention. You're talking directly to them. Then you're saying, "Let's talk about setting up life insurance," right? So now,
Yeah.
and that's a very simple social media post. I'd probably expand on that a little more if I was writing it out, but it's good enough. It's good enough to draw people in. You guys see that if you follow Agent CRM, you see us talking about that. It's like, "Hey, are you an insurance agent looking to generate a stream of leads? You should check out Agent CRM's marketing suite of tools," right? And we talk about
Yeah.
it. Like we're drawing your attention with a question, and then we're
Yeah.
answering the question with a solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you having a child? Let's meet to make sure that your
Mhm.
family is covered. Like there's also
Hmm.
hooks around either fears or dreams. Let's make sure your family is set up for success. Let's secure your financial well-being for generations to come. Whatever the hook is, pain points, dreams. There's different ways to grab on. But with the flood of social media, people doom scrolling, people getting locked into their bright screens, what is going to stop them on your message? What is
Hmm.
the nature of it? The first sentence or two really matters. Again, there's so much pre-created content. I'm telling you about the mentality of it or the thought process, but you can use ChatGPT. You can just look it up on Google. Hey, help me find some great copy for selling insurance. ChatGPT is one of our favorite resources. But you've got
Yeah.
the Facebook
Yeah.
content up there. Maybe you've shared a post manually. That's my challenge to you guys today. Whoever's watching, you are action takers. Remember, I dare you after this call, post on your personal Facebook an invitation to your calendar with some of the tips that
Yes.
we've had today. I dare you, and I want to hear some feedback too. What happened as a result of that? Maybe you book your whole next week up. That would be super cool to hear. But you've got the
Love it.
content out there. You've got the great stuff. They've come in. They've responded. Maybe they haven't even filled in a form. Maybe they just replied. Is that back to your
Hmm.
segue,
Yep.
Alex?
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
So one of the ways that I would encourage you at when you are putting out a social media post that you want to use to drive engagement, and in that engagement you want to bring them onto your calendar. One of the ways that I would encourage you to do that is by asking a question for getting a comment. Because when it comes to social media um, advertising or social media organic lead generation, the best way to get the most leads is to play the game the platform wants you to play. What does Facebook want? Facebook wants their users to spend more time on the platform, and the way that they get you to spend more time on the platform is by engaging with the content that you see, right? To put it simply, if you comment on people's posts, if you're responding to the content that you see, that means that you are locked into the platform for as long as it takes for you to write that comment, right? So for you to get more people to see your content, play the game that Facebook and Instagram wants you to play, which is get people to respond. Now, how do you get people to respond? Asking a question and inviting people to comment with you. So here's a fun question that you could use. I see Russell, he's in life insurance. Post on your Facebook post, what are you spending per month for your life insurance policy? That's it. That's the only question. And then they respond $45, $75, $10, whatever. Well, if you are setting up your life insurance bundle, which we're not showcasing today, but we have the exact same automations in all the branding bundles. But yep, there it is, life insurance. Um, Inside of that branding bundle, under lead generation, you'll see um, uh, one that's specifically about commenting on a Facebook post. And so we have Medicare and IUL, but if you click on, was it lead generation?
Yeah. I'm like hoping it installs. It usually takes like
Yeah,
1 minute, maybe two. I'll come back to it if
yeah,
I can, but we'll go into the Medicare. Again, it's going to be the same format. Medicare will just
yeah.
have 2.1. That's the only difference. Lead
Um,
gen from Facebook
Yep, perfect. Yeah, lead gen from a Facebook comment.
comment.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go. So this is you can look at it and go, oh, I understand this. This makes sense. So it's a comment on your Facebook post. So you tell it this is the one I want you to listen to, or I want you to see every single comment on this page. I want you to trigger this on. You got a bunch of different options, right? So and then what does it do? Well, first it waits, and then it sends a DM. So it messages the person that left a comment. It sends them a message. It's like, hey, thank you for your, in this one, it says, thank you for your interest in our Medicare services. You would change this to say, hey, thank you so much for letting me know what you pay for life insurance. I love that you have a life insurance policy. Um, I'd actually love to review your life insurance policy, something to that effect. Like you're messaging them with the intent of getting them on the phone. And in my hypothetical example, where I asked, "What are you paying?" You know they have a policy, so
Hmm.
the way for to get them on your calendar in this case would be, let's review your policy to make sure it's still the best, right? If you were to go another route and say, like, I use the question, "Hey, are you and your spouse expecting a baby in 2025? Let's talk about life insurance," right? And they comment on that post. Well, now you can assume that the person commenting is expecting a baby, and the message that you send to them may be a little bit different. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to drop it in the Zoom chat. But the
Yeah.
way that this automation works is it reads the response and then it drives them in to gather the information about their name, their email, and their phone number. So you can see all the different flows here. The goal being to get them onto your calendar. And so
Yeah.
you can look at this, it'll make sense. We're kind of like showing you our screenshot, but you can just read through this and see how it works. It's a very well done, very thorough workflow that brings them
Yeah.
in. So, yeah,
Let's
anything you
say
want to say on this?
no, like I've seen a lot more of this strategy used lately. Part
Yep.
of it is that when people comment, it drives up engagement and pushes your post higher on people's feed. So
Hmm.
even just like, hey, maybe my post is, hey, it's open enrollment. Some of you are still looking to get your um, policies together. You're looking to update or change. If you do not yet have an agent who can take care of you, type Medicare in the chat, and then that will trigger the message being sent. Now, this, I love Alex's example because it felt a lot more organic. Like, hey, type what you're paying. It feels like a lot of people still think that this is someone actually reaching out to them.
Yeah.
I'm again and again surprised when people, even in our business, some of you, you text us and we have a really great response that we send you. And you're like, oh, thanks so much for helping. It wasn't me. It was the
Yeah.
robots. and and we're
Hmm.
serving clients at a higher level because they're getting prompt responses, they're getting friendly interactions, and nowadays we kind of more think like, is it not, is it not, but at the end of the day the goal is pushing people to action, and as long as the content's helpful, as long as it's friendly, as long as it gives them next steps and actions, um, super important just to have that content out there. So auto
Yep.
response, you can change it, save again at the top right. The goal of these ones, if you're using this specific workflow, is to interact and automatically scrape a phone number and an email and then put them into a new lead campaign. We did a whole session on new lead campaign editing. But you can see here, it kind of weaves in. The goal is, did they respond? No. Okay, let's ask again. Did they respond? No. Yes, we finally got their information, and we're going to plop them into 2.0 new lead campaign, whatever your product name is. Um,
Yep.
yeah, this strategy, this specific strategy, super big right now on
Hmm.
social media. Instagram, it's exactly the same thing. And you
Yep.
can choose any phrase or specific keywords that you want to dial in. But by default, you can click on trigger, interested, no more, Medicare, need help. You just add your phrase if you wanted to do that. So
Yeah. Yeah. You could add filters, you could remove filters, however niche you want to get, however
help.
hyper focused you want. Yeah. So this is and
Desperate.
like Will said, this is available in all the branding bundles. So I see
Yeah.
Reggie has IUL and annuities. We have an IUL and annuities branding bundle ready to rock and roll for you, Reggie. So you can use this exact same workflow. You'll just find it in the annuities and in the IULs. Russell, you sell life insurance. We got you. That would be in the life insurance branding bundle under lead generation with the Facebook comment. So, and you can see the default response that we've written. Please feel free to modify it so it's got your voice and how you want to respond. But you can see that we have done the hard work of getting it all set up and ready.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to go on briefly to go ahead and go into the new lead. I want to talk. We focused a lot on the new lead automation on our very first drop-in coaching session that we did 1 week ago today. Woohoo! And so we have a couple little hidden gems in here that I just want to share with you, some partners that we have integrated with really well, for you guys to check out for maximizing the value of your leads. So in this situation, we're using a hypothetical where we say, let's say Ray, because he's in the Medicare space, and he says, um, hey, if you are interested in, having me review your policy, I'd love to. Somebody comments, and so they're commenting with their name, their email address, and their phone number. Now, with that information alone, that is a high quality lead. Yes, if you would agree that's a high quality lead, type one in the Zoom chat. You now have the name, email address, and phone number of somebody who said, I'm interested. Yes. Okay, we're getting ones in the Zoom chat. Awesome. I want to show you how you can make that an even richer lead by getting a little bit more information about the lead before you hop on the phone with them. So it's a
Yeah.
tool that we use, that we recommend, called Lead Boost. And you can see
Yeah.
that they're
And
already turned on. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So just to kind of give context, what are we looking at right now? Uh, Previously, we talked about generating. We're in the 1.0, respond from Facebook. At the end of it, kind of snake down and then add to campaign. This is the standard campaign that every one of you will be using. This is the campaign. Again, there's a whole 1 hour session on this specific asset. But the goal of this one, people who come in, the emails and texts are all written in a way to point them to a calendar link. This calendar link is where they're going to go. So what Alex is talking about, just as context, first of all, is a upgrade or an addition that when people come in, you can see we've got 4 actions here. Asterisks always mean you need to edit it. You need to do something. And there's a
Mhm.
note here, they're on draft. But what Alex is talking about is a way to get even more value for people who come in, and they're going to come through this chain of events here. So
Yep.
Alex,
Yeah,
back to
thank
you.
you for that context. Yeah, yeah. Um, so all of these that we're gonna just kind of skip over, like, we're not diving into the deep end, we're not even getting to the shallow end. I'm just gonna skip over them like they're
Yeah,
stones
dip our
skipping
toes.
across a pond. Yeah. So in the new lead campaign, we have what we call new lead upgrades. And so you can see by default, there are steps in the new lead. Now, if that workflow, so we're going to talk about Lead Boost. If Lead Boost is set to draft, even though the lead was sent to that workflow, since it's on draft, nothing will happen, which is
Yeah.
totally fine because the workflow just goes on to the next item. Okay. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have Lead Boost set up, no problem. We set up our workflows for new leads in the branding bundles so that if you want to use Lead Boost, Facebook, Pixel, all that stuff, amazing. It's going to work as soon as you turn it on. If you're not using Facebook Pixel for retargeting, and if you're not using Lead Boost,
Don't even worry
no
about it.
problem. It just skips right over it. So
Yeah.
so we're good there.
Yeah.
But if you do turn Lead Boost on, we've got it set up so that that contact information is sent to Lead Boost. Lead Boost searches all the public data that it has available, and it will update the contact in your agent CRM. So Lead Boost can pull in net income, credit score, what Medicare plan they're on, their
Yeah.
family, if they have a spouse, kids, etc. A lot of really good data. Um, and it costs, I think, 25 cents to do that per lead. So for a
I'm going to jump
quarter,
back and just show them where that is, because
yeah,
this is super important. It's not just leads, but it's data that's going to help you. We talked in the um, ads and website session about split testing and how we can get more informed information so that as your business grows, you can get set up for success a little bit more effectively. So Lead Boost, it's a separate program here. I'm just going to show where that is. So back in the main menu, it's under extras, account upgrades, and then you can see there's Kixie. I'm wearing my Kixie shirt today.
nice.
Shout out to them. That's a multi-line dialer. You guys want to work through your leads a little quicker. Quick meet lead boosts. So DNC checks, some of you are doing very large campaigns and it's getting a little sketchier with FCC changes, regulations. So you can actually get a do not call list confirmation. Is this random list of people on that? Or the more common use case is what Alex is saying. I'll just bring it up to show you guys quickly. Scraping the internet for publicly available information so you can get on your calls with new leads and you actually know things that are going to give you an edge on that appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to pre-fill in your account. So you're going to see a whole list. You're going to come into that call. You're going to know what are some of the pieces of information. Alex, I think it's
They
even on
get,
this site.
yeah, they get their home address, their full legal
Yeah.
name, birthday, Medicare plan, if they have life insurance or not, their net
Yeah.
worth, social media profiles, their age, credit score, bunch of really good information. And it just, whatever it can find, it plops right in to your Agent CRM account. So
Yeah.
super easy. Um, so yeah, it's a great addition to what you're already doing. So whether you're buying leads, generating them through paid ads or through organic methods, Lead Boost is going to give you a little bit more information that will help you prepare for your call and hopefully close them. So,
Yeah.
what one other new lead upgrade that I want to just, I think this will be a good segue into one of the most common questions we get is Agent AI.
Yeah.
So we have Agent AI. And one of the things that I get asked a lot is, Alex, how much do these AI bots cost? Zero. You can turn on Agent AI and it doesn't cost you any additional money to do that. Um, Agent AI is included with your Agent CRM subscription. There is some setup that we highly recommend that you do. You kind of have to do it for it to work well. Um, but we have a great training video on setting it
Mm.
up. Now, if you're like, you know what, I want to
Support
unleash
options,
Agent
training
AI.
videos.
Boom, there it is, Agent AI guide. Now, if you're like, you know what, some of you are going to watch this and go, I want to get my hands dirty. I want to jump in. I want to build out my Agent AI bot. I want to learn how to do this myself. And I want to kind of go through the motions and add in the guardrails for compliance and stuff. Some of you are, it's like when it comes to changing oil, some people love just getting underneath the car and changing oil, right? But for me, I like to take it into an expert. And if that's how you are with AI, we got some great
Yeah.
AI engineers that can help you build this out. Either
I
one,
think
but we're not charging you any extra for the AI tools. So yeah,
yeah.
you're set
So
up.
what I do want to share, like what would you use the AI for in this kind of lead flow? There's two purposes you would use AI mainly. One, the main one is engaging conversationally to book those leads into your
Yep.
calendar. So someone, we're going to take the story or the example that Alex gave. Someone replied Medicare on their Facebook post. Or text in. That's another cool one you can do. But anyway, someone
Yeah.
replies wherever it is, text, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. They reply Medicare, they reply life. We saw the message that went out, but what happens with AI is if someone responds in that, AI can engage with them and say, hey, we'd love to get you on a calendar. When are you available? And if someone says, what do you have next week? The AI will read your determined calendar. It will conversationally interact with them and say, hey, we've got these dates open. Do any of those work for you? If the person responds, oh, Wednesday, I've got a game with my kid. What about Thursday? It doesn't get thrown off because it's trained with different language models. It's trained conversationally to get it. And then it will respond and give different options. Once the AI locks in on an appointment time that works, the AI will automatically plug them into your calendar and that will engage the appointment reminder sequence.
Yep.
That's the main use of the AI tool. You saw the workflow, the automation with the text response, but you might have also noticed there's a 24-hour wait step, which means the message goes out. but then that lead sits there. If you're only using that and you're ignoring it, the message is just going to sit there. So check your messages. Like, don't be ignorant of what's happening in your inbox. But the other piece of the
Yeah.
equation is using AI to jump on it, get them on. They are a hot lead. You got to do
Hmm.
something with that lead while it's hot. They're cooling
Speed to
down.
lead, speed to
You know,
lead.
speed to lead. Great studies. I think Forbes did a study on the value of leads in the first 5 minutes. That's the golden window. So whether you're using AI, whether you're using automations, whether you're using hot lead transfer or internal
Hmm.
notifications, getting on that lead right away, AI is one of the best ways. Second use of AI is actually being a support member for your business
Yes.
where you can train it with knowledge. You can train AI. Let's bring up the YouTube channel because there's a great demo. I'll also share this in the link here. There is an amazing demo specifically with Medicare. Uh, ba, 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 Alex, do you want to
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember
see?
the name of the
I
title,
see. There it is. There
unfortunately.
it is. There it is. Go
Oh,
to AI
perfect.
for agents. Um, we engaged. This is CRM advertising during our CRM
That's
training
funny.
video. I'm gonna bless them, bless them, bless them. In the chat box, if any of you are curious. But the cool thing here is we asked the AI, like, tell me about Medicare Part A, Part B. Like, me as a Canadian, I don't know anything about Medicare. And then I got this job and I'm like, why is there so many insurance things that I need to learn now? But the AI was engaging and the AI was giving amazing responses about the difference over text message. It felt natural, it felt helpful. And so, if you guys want to see how far this AI technology has come, check out this video. Super cool. Voice AI is on the horizon too. It's been out for a while, but it's finally reliable, mostly.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. We're doing some dev and some experimentation behind the scenes. But some of you have played around with it, and you're like, uh, I wish it would respond differently. So Alex, talk to us a little bit about training and taking AI to the next level if we're going to do that with a team assistance.
Yeah. So when it comes to I wanted you to think of your AI bot as an employee that is always on, never takes breaks, but still has to be trained. Because the AI bot that you deploy, like the one that you'll see in that YouTube video, if you don't give it any guardrails, and if you don't tell it what from where to pull data, then because we are connected to the open AI engine, it will do its very best to answer the question. And sometimes its very best is not actually what you want them to reply with. I saw
I
it was not our system. I'm just going to put that asterisk out there.
think
I
I know what you're talking
saw
about.
I saw a demo of somebody interacting with an insurance agent chatbot, and they were saying, "Does my policy include coverage for cancer?" And the
Yeah.
AI bot said, "Yes." Unfortunately, that person's policy did not cover cancer, and so the agent's E&O insurance had to pay out quite a big chunk because it misled them. It was a very unfortunate and honestly very avoidable mistake.
Yeah.
And so, but with Agent AI, you if you give it guardrails, here's the thing: if you give it guardrails and you say if they ask questions about this, or if they're asking questions about price, like do not answer the question, point them to my calendar so that we can talk. If you tell them
Yeah.
that, then it will obey you, no matter how
Yes.
much the person wants the bot to answer. Yeah, I've seen people try to break our agent AI bots, um, and they just can't do it. And when it's trained properly, right?
When it's
So
trained properly.
when it's trained properly, and then the good news is that the AI bots will do their very best to meet the requirements and the disciplines that you give it. They're
Mhm.
amazing at figuring out ways to answer questions, using the right tone of voice, recognizing the language
Yeah.
people are talking in. They do a great job, but they also need to be trained. And when you give it good training, the more training you give it, the better responses it will give, right? In the same way that
Yes.
any employee that I bring on, I can't find someone, even if they're amazingly skilled and talented, they're not going to know the agent CRM ways. They're not going to know our standard operating procedures. And I can't expect them to until I say, here's the document, read through this and follow our standard operating procedures. If I
Yep.
don't give them my standard operating procedures, but I still put them on a phone call with a client, they're going to do the very best that they can to serve and
Yep.
help that client, even though they don't know our SOPs, right? It's the same thing with an AI bot. They're going to do the very best that they can. But if they don't have your standard operating procedures as an agent, they're going to make mistakes. So it's
Yep.
very important that you train the AI bot. So, all right, I'm going to step off of my soapbox now.
No, it's so
I
good.
feel like
So
I
good.
went on like a 7 minute ramble there, but it was really
No,
important for you guys to know that.
yeah. And I think what our goal is, like, some of you are just new users, and you're like, I just need the basic stuff. But we want to show you what is available, because part of remaining, um, first of all, just surviving, but we want to get you to thriving in the insurance industry, is taking advantage of the latest tools that are available. For some of you, it's just using that text in or respond
Mhm.
automation that is going to give you an edge in your market. Again, it's all built on habits. You got to do something. You got to post on Facebook. Just a reminder, after this call, post on Facebook. But the tools that are out there now, if you are not adopting these tools, you're going to start to fall behind the pack, because this is what's available. This is what other agents are taking advantage of to scale and grow their business. So AI, if you want to watch the course, great training. I think Lily is the one that might have done the training content on that. But also Black Friday deals, we've got an AI package where our team will actually work with you. Not just our regular team, we've got AI trained people. They're
Mhm.
trained in prompt engineering. It's like a whole new industry here, prompt engineering and AI expert. The
Yeah,
point is, you get a
crazy.
supervisor or a trainer that will work with you to really take it to the next level. And as a reminder too, AI itself, it does not cost anything to use it except for the carrier fees. So if it sends a text, I understand a lot of
Mhm.
other AIs, there's actually a use or a charge per AI. It uses OpenAI. So there's actually a charge per AI on top of that, whereas we just cover the flat carrier fees, and then the AI is
Yep.
just included. So I'm super
Yep.
pleased to try to do whatever we can to keep system costs as low as possible. But we want to get you guys super massive value for the tools you're experiencing.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yeah.
we've got 5 minutes left. I would love to hear some takeaways, but also, so yeah, while we're still talking, throw in the chat box maybe a one-liner. What's something that you're going to do?
Mhm.
What's something that you learned? What is something that brought value to you on this call? I'll read them out, so type that in. But Alex, anything you want to share as we land this plane today?
Mhm. Yeah, when it comes to automation, the difficult part in automation is figuring out the customer journey so that your automations take your customers to the next step. What we've done inside the branding bundles is we have made sure that we've mapped out the automations that are needed for you to take your leads from somebody who just discovered you and filled out a form to getting on your calendar to being reminded of the phone call and then to being onboarded as a client. After they're onboarded as a client, then we have the automations to send referrals, then cross sell information, and then when the time is right, send them a renewal reminder. So, what we've done on our side at Agent CRM with the automation side is the hard part of setting out that roadmap for your customers to follow. And then we went a step further. We didn't just give you blank spots for here, send this text, send this email. We wrote the text and emails and we put it in there so that it's ready for you. And then we went another step further and we said, you know what? Instead of just writing text messages and emails out that we think are going to do well to convert, we're going to actually style and design them. And when we style and design them, we're going to use our new Agent CRM customizer so that when you, as the agent, sign up for Agent CRM and fill in that customizer tool, every single email and the website that we develop is going to match the logo, the colors, the personal branding, and the social media links that you have. So now your entire marketing engine is built out and ready to go. And then the last thing, we didn't stop there. Not only did we map out the customer journey, we wrote out the emails and texts, we styled the emails, we built the website, and then we plugged in some upgrades that we think will benefit you and made them optional. So if you don't want to use data enrichment, you don't have to. But we went through the hard work of setting it up. If you don't want to use Agent AI, you don't have to. We went through and put it where we think it's going to go to help serve you and your business. And so automation, crucial for running a successful insurance agency. We've done so much of the hard work here at Agent CRM to get you set up and ready to rock and roll. We even made it easy for you to personalize and brand the entire engine from start to finish using the customizer. And we're giving it all to you, included with your subscription at Agent CRM.
Yeah, let's
The
just do that
key
last
is,
thing quickly here.
yeah, the key is just to jump in and and go through it, make sure that it's good to go. And then Reggie asked, where do I and how do I use the features about getting income and credit scores? That's Lead Boost. So um, Lead Boost is in the upgrade section. You get a free account. So Reggie, it's a free account. You just sign up for Lead Boost and it's a free account. You got to buy credits. And so they explain it on their site. And so you're paying per use. So let's say you buy 100 credits. I think each credit is a nickel and then it's 25 cents. So 5 credits to get the income and all that. And so you can enrich, I think like what, 20 contacts for $5, if my math is correct. So, so
Yeah.
Reggie, it's under upgrades and then Lead Boost. And like I said, we've got it set up in all those branding bundles to use Lead Boost. You just got to set up your account and buy the credits, and then boom, it works.
Yeah. Super huge. I mean, some people getting a CRM, I think we'll land the plane real quick here. Oh, Bob's trying to get a hold of me there. Um, Shut up, Bob. I'm on a call. I keep getting the dialing. Last thing I'll say here, just about mindset, is part of this, like an extra nickel, 25 cents. Part of what we're doing when we spend money on credits on rebilling is we're trying to increase our odds, increase our chance of closing those leads. Some people are so happy with the cost they pay per leads. Hey, I paid $10 per lead. Ooh, I paid $8. I got 15. If you can't close a lead, it doesn't matter. That's the last thing we'll
Yeah.
say. You got to close the lead. What we want to track, and we'll do another session maybe diving into this, but cost per lead is not the best metric. It's the cost per appointment or cost per client. You got to do some math to divide, and then you get your true cost. But if you spend an extra 2 cents to send one more text reminder to show up for that appointment, if you spend 5 cents to get a little bit more data on that lead, what we're doing is giving an edge so that we can close more and get more policies sold, more clients, or retained clients too. That's another piece. So I just want to keep that mindset, because some people are like, oh, I got to spend another money here, another money there. It's about scaling your business intelligently with tools that are available that will give you an edge, help you close, not just generate, close leads. That's what it all comes down to. So you guys have some homework, and I'm 1 minute over already. I want to not take away from your Facebook posting time. So get out there, guys. Thank you for joining Alex and I today. Hope this has brought massive value to you. And I'm looking to hear some wins on one of the next calls or in the Facebook group. Share some wins, share what you learned with our amazing community. Have a great rest of your week and a great weekend.
See you guys next week.